What is up, Dish Rags? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for it. This time it's going to be a Major League Baseball for Friday, May the 7th. Game is going to be played between the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. Going for the Royals is Brad Keller, and for the White Sox is Carlos Rodon. Current betting spread is Sox minus 150, total 8.5. It was nice. It was nice to bounce back in dramatic fashion. Cash the over 8 runs from Rangers Twins. We also now have a 10-game sample on these solo vids for a record of 8-2 plus 5.7U. Look, 80% is not sustainable, but definitely a nice start. Also, how about a quick shout out to Joey Work, who's just smashing the baseball plays on his videos. He's been a tough act to follow for me in this sport, but see what we can do here. Countless free plays overall from this channel, though, between obviously baseball, NBA, spread and Tyler and the DFS guys, and then Keg with, of course, his NASCAR shows, which have been crushing. Help us grow, folks. Tell your family, friends, even your uncle who's in jail about us. I know what you're thinking, like, I don't have an uncle in jail. Sad to say, we all do. You're a liar. Do you folks enjoy milk? I know it's a bit of a random question, but and I'm also not referring to like milk from your mom's nipples. I'm talking like good old whole milk. In my early 20s, I used to drink about 3 gallons of milk a week. Never had any stomach issues, never like shit my pants or anything like that. Back then, I used to take advantage of the quote-unquote free protein that's in milk. Then a trainer introduced me to a book called The China Study, which, look, if you're any levels of interested in health and nutrition, that's borderline must read. And look, if you gamble often, you probably need that book anyway. LOL. Anyway, so I severely cut it out from my diet, milk, and I was still fine. But nowadays, in my early 30s, I take like a simple sip of milk with like coffee, and I end up having projectile diarrhea for days. It's like crazy. I guess now I'm like lactose intolerant, but it literally happened overnight. I mean, getting old sucks. Instead of drinking milk, I could just stick like 2 sticks of dynamite right up my ass. The effect would be the same. So what's the moral of the story here? Drink less milk, do more drugs. Milk is like practical poison. Now, I know you come to this channel for the health tips, and there you have it. You're welcome. All right, on to the play here. I think it goes without saying, the most chalky play maybe on this entire slate tomorrow. It's going to be White Sox first 5, right? That very well may hit, but I actually have that quite fair at market price. I'll explain why in a bit, but where I do see value is over 8.5 runs. Got this minus 120 bet MGM. Let's start with the low-hanging fruit, which is Brad Keller. It doesn't take much, right? Look at his surface ERA of 8.06 to know this dude's bad. His advanced stuff doesn't really defend him either. It's practically just as bad as his surface. He's been bad on many fronts. A lot of home runs, a lot of walks, barely any strikeouts, getting pinned by right-handed bats. And in walk the White Sox, who are filled, righties with pop, right? The White Sox tend to be a bit Jekyll and Hyde, though, with their bats, which can be said of many teams in MLB. But White Sox are 8th in walks and 8th in OPS in all of baseball. This is not a good recipe for Mr. Keller. Gives a lot of free passes and gives up an egregious amount of long balls. But this was the obvious part, right? A bold call, right? White Sox are going to score runs against Brad Keller, or at least have opportunities. But look, let's move over to Carlos Rodon. So the Royals just get shut out by the struggling Tristan McKenzie from the Indians, and now draw a Cy Young candidate, Carlos Rodon. Rodon at a robust 4-0 with an ERA of .72 is almost video game-like. Hard to believe, actually. But when you pull back the curtain, some red flags surface. Rodon's advanced numbers are good, but they're by no means anywhere near his surface. xERA of 2.43, Sierra 2.82, xFIP 3.09. So where's the luck coming from? Well, how about a batting average on balls in play of 130, left on base percentage at 91%, which is by far the best of Rodon's career, and near tops in the majors for the amount of innings he has. Elite K rate, which has helped him out of jams. That's not lucky by any means. He's been really good in that regard. Royals, though, K the 4th least in all of baseball, to be able to counter that. Rodon has a line drive rate of 17%, soft contact rate of just 20%. He's also far less dominant versus righties. KC's stock full of them. Also, strength of schedule isn't something that's often discussed much in baseball. Like, you don't hear a lot of people talking about it. Like, oh, this pitcher got to face these teams, or these batters got to face these types of pitchers, for long stretches. As crazy as this might sound, Rodon's had things super easy. His starts are Detroit, Seattle, and Cleveland twice. This is your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th worst teams in baseball versus left-handed pitching. I'd expect the Royals, though, to be able to get some things going. Now, Royals tend to be in the middle of the pack, or they are in the middle of the pack versus left-handed pitching. However, a lot of live sticks from the right side. Should be able to take advantage of Rodon a bit. Now, once this game hits the pens, the Royals have a below-average bullpen. think everybody kind of knows this. White Sox have one of the best bullpens in baseball, at least on paper. Rodon, though, is not often an innings eater, despite, if you throw away his no-hitter, which you can't really throw it away, but if you throw it away, he hasn't pitched past the 6th inning once and 5th inning in 2 other starts. So this has more to do with his walk issues for him piling up pitch counts. So expect to see more guys than just Hendricks and Bummer on the White Sox, from the White Sox bullpen end. Weather should be around 60 degrees, slight wind blowing out to left center. Nothing that would deter you from liking an over. Now, when you break this game down in half, the White Sox have ample opportunities, or should have ample opportunities, to get runs on the board against Keller, who consistently gives free passes and extra base hits. Rodon has been excellent to start the year. I can't argue that. But he is finding a bit too much bird shit on his windshield right now, and that will start to regress to a median. Could very well happen in this game. With all this in mind, I have this total marked at 9 with a lot of extra vig there. So despite there being a little extra vig here at 8.5, really like this over. It's still too short. So again, over 8.5 minus 120. Got that at BetMGM. Is the play for me here. Royals versus White Sox. May the odds be ever in our favor. Want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I hope an asteroid hits your house. As always, drop comments below with your thoughts on the vid. Let me know who you're also betting for tomorrow. You guys know the comment section is warm water. Dive on in. I always get back to you guys. We'll have content lined up on this channel all weekend. I'll be back on Saturday talking the MLB slate live, and then again on Sunday with Joey and Holden. Keg will be doing live shows for the crew all weekend long, and of course the NASCAR show on Sunday. Want to thank you again for watching. Be sure to gamble responsibly. Stay safe, folks.